eating pickle chips.
Today we're going to be working on the carbon fox. We have an issue with the belt. It keeps popping off. It's actually been hitting on the bracket itself, so that needs to be fixed. And also I just think the pulley's out of alignment. It's shimmed wrong, I think. The top of this pulley, I think the top of the pulley leans that way. We're going to shim this thing up, see if we can't fix it because it keeps throwing the accessory belt. All right, y'all, let's take a look at this thing. We've got all the brackets off, the outer brackets at least. And let's see if you can tell that pulley is crooked as shit. There we go, there's a good shot. You can see how the top of it is pulled in and the bottom's out, which is weird because it looks the total opposite of that from under the car, but Polaris up too, see? What we figured out is happening. If you look at the top of this bracket, you'll see an indentation. That's where the supercharger casing sits. So the only thing we can think of is this was pushing on the supercharger was pushing on this bracket a little bit, which was causing that pulley to be out of alignment. So we took all the shims out, and now let's see. You can see once we tighten it down how much straighter this pulley is. See, the pulley was like this essentially. It was crooked, but now everything should be more in line. So anyway, that's what we did. I don't think we're gonna have to clock the supercharger. We're just gonna clean everything up. But you can see right here where it was hitting. So grind a little bit of that out right there, just to keep from having to clock the supercharger and mess up our alignment up here. We don't want to do that. So let's grind a little bit of that out. I think we'll be okay. Now, one thing you're gonna notice, this has a bigger lip, the alternator does, than that pulley. So it's gonna not sit exact, or at least that's what we'd like to think. So there you go. What we have now is a fairly even pulley. And as you can see with a plate in here like this, there's nowhere to put a clamp. These clamps are too big. These clamps right here are too big. If you slide this thing all the way down, it's in the way of where your plate goes. There's just nowhere to put this thing, or at least I can't figure it out. Picked up a little adapter here with a nipple, and this should work. So now what we're able to do is swing this out over the top here, and that way when this plate sits in here, it'll be clear. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see if this thing will start up and not pop off. It rolled it right off. All this shit, and it was attention the whole time. But it needed to be fixed anyway.
What's wrong with it? It's sprung?
I don't know, it just rolled the damn belt right off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this thing off, put my other one on it, and see if that doesn't hold it straight. That was a lot of work for nothing. This has the ribs on the edges, and also took a washer or a spacer out of this to hopefully straighten this thing up. I would think this would work now. John are gonna go down the road. We're not gonna do anything crazy. The roads are kind of damp. We just wanna make sure everything's good. Temperature looks good in the car. We got a pulley or something that's squeaking.
It's so hard to hear it.
Yeah, this car is extremely loud, so you probably won't be able to hear me talk much. We'll just take it down the road, kind of get into it a little bit, roll into it, make sure AFR is good, make sure the belt don't pop off, and she needs to be run. It hadn't been run in a while, so I think we got drag radials on. We do. Couldn't remember which car I put them on. I took them off the red car, put them on here, so we need to put the damn slicks on it.
Yep.
and check the AFR to make sure that we're good. Boost wise, that was about 12 pounds. This car spins so bad, it's hard to shift it. So I'm not gonna floor it. We're just gonna roll into it and shift through the gears. That's about half throttle.
This son of a whack is a man.
It's a handful.
Oh my God.
For sure. And we are on drag radials, guys, so it's not like we're just on street tires. This car makes I don't know what this car makes power-wise, but it makes a lot of power. So there again, I'm not going full throttle. We're only going about half throttle. I just want to watch how the car acts. Oh yeah. Just an animal, man. This car is just so much fun. Look at the markings.
We were going so fast that my seatbelt tightened up.
Such a good running little car, man. Look at the temperature. The temperature's great. That's awesome. And it's not cold outside. I don't know if you guys know, but it's like what, 70, 65 to 70
On December 3rd.
Yeah, on December the 3rd, exactly. All right, we're back. And I want to talk to you guys about the Carbon Fox a little bit and remind you, if you're new to the channel, what this car is. It's a stock block 306 or 306, I think is what it is. Nothing crazy, just mismatched rods and everything else that I had laying around that we put together. It's got an Anderson N51 camshaft in it, Holley System Max intake, TI trim on 12 pounds roughly, somewhere in there with this pulley set up. It's got a built AOD that has 4R70 W internals. There's a few things that he changed in there. Anyway, it's a really good transmission. 410 gears and old school Canfield 192cc heads. It's just a really fun street car. This is not one that I really want to go out and race. This is more of a car that you just want to drive around and have the extra power. Now, this is John's old car. If you guys don't know, John, this was the 1K Fox that he had. So, I mean, how do you feel about the car? What do you think about it?
It's an animal, man.
It's a fun car, right?
Yes.
A centrifugal supercharger like this, you have to hit it hard, get your RPMs up, and keep them up. You can't just roll into it and expect this thing to hit like a turbo car and build boost instantly. Boost is only built by RPM. So with a car like this, if you can make it hook on a slick or something like that, stab it, you got enough gear and you can keep the RPM up, it's going to haul ass. It's going to fly. It's going to be a very good running car. If you blow the tires off and you have to short shift the car, these things fall on their face. So anyway, with that being said, I want to remind you guys to do the little things that you need to be doing to your car. I have been putting this off forever, and I got it with John. I was like, hey man, let's take all of this stuff apart and fix this belt issue, because it's been somewhat of an issue from the start. After I built the car, occasionally the belt will pop off and then sometimes it will stay on. Anyway, now everything is lined up perfectly and I feel confident in the car to now go drive it and not have any issues. Anyway, I don't want to bore you guys with all this stuff. I do want to remind you though, seriously, because I'm talking to myself here with this. I don't want to get out here and do shit like this. Nobody wants to get out here and do this stuff. It sucks, right? You just want to be making power or spinning tires or doing something else fun. I'm telling you, it's extremely important to fix the little issues that you have on your car before they become big issues. And here's the other thing that nobody ever talks about. If you're having something like this happen, like a belt issue, or maybe your car is slightly overheating, or maybe you just have noises going on, what happens is it gets in the back of your head and it makes you not enjoy your car because you're scared, right? You're scared, well, shit, if I take it 20 miles down the road, is this thing gonna leave me stranded? When you fix things like this, you're good. You can get in it with a clear head and go. Most of our cars will actually go a lot further and a lot better than we give them credit for. We're just nervous about it. So, with that being said, go out there, fix the little things. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.